Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. So I thought I'd turn on the camera or my phone, the camera on my phone. What I'm doing is gathering all my cookbook sort of stuff that I will use for my cookbook journals. And I am going to put them all in this little tub here, because I just put up all my Christmas stuff and I want to get everything situated so that I have everything in my hand that I need. And so I thought I would go ahead and do that while I am, and talk to you guys at the same time. So yeah, I am working on these journals, these Betty Crocker, or Better Home and Garden. This is a Betty Crocker. They have Betty, what is it? Better Home and Garden cookbooks that I'm going to do. And I said I wanted to do 2 at a time. The reason why I think I'm struggling with that is because I only do enough ephemera and get everything ready for one. So I thought, well, I should get all my pages ready to go in my journals for my signatures. And I know this stuff, I know this is probably, I've seen lots of people say this is like the way to do it, especially when you're mass producing stuff. So today is Friday, and my family, my grandchildren and my daughter, everybody's not here today, so I have the house to myself, which is nice. I like it because it's quiet and I can think. And so one of the things I've been thinking about, you guys, is something that I sort of struggle with. And I thought this will be a good conversation to have, because that's what I want to do on here too, is kind of just open conversations up so that we can, maybe process some things in our own lives through other people's experiences. So I have been dealing with negative people. Let me explain. So not necessarily how could I say, not negative, bad, toxic. I'm just mean negative in terms of people who don't necessarily see the glass half full, and I don't know. And sort of, I feel like they sort of rain in your parade sort of thing. Like if you have something, that's exciting and, in your life, and someone wants to just come and, point out the negative things. It's kind of like one of those things I struggle with, because I feel like a lot of my life has been really rough, to say the least. It's been tough, to have to go through some of the things that, and like everybody, we all have adversities in our life, but I just think that sometimes, we just need to have the encouragement. And if bad things happen along the way, then we'll just cross that bridge when we get to it. That's how I've always done it. For instance, I didn't plan on my house burning, right? I didn't plan on that. I didn't expect it. I certainly didn't want it to happen, but it did. And when it happened, I was able to deal with that and move on. Okay? Simple, right? That's how I think of life, you know, like, okay, so bad things can happen, but if we sit there and just dwell on it, it seems to me that we're kind of expecting it. So I choose to think of things in a positive sense, and if bad things happen, I will cross that bridge when I get to it. So I was like thinking about this, and I'm like, okay, because it is annoying, right? I'm sure I'm not the only one who thinks it's annoying, but what can we do to, you know, to deal with that? Because sometimes these people that are negative are the people that we love the most, right? I mean, it's not like we can just walk away and never see them again. We love these people. And that's just how some people are. Some people just are raised that way, or, you know, they approach life that way, and, you know, it's not their fault. It's just the way they are. And you know, we have to just accept that. So I thought about this, and I thought, well, okay, that's true. Some people are just raised that way. So I am going to, and this, I don't mean to do that, like, I'm not going to do this in a like a rude way, but I'm just not going to respond. I'm not going to respond to negative, you know, negativity. If I share something with someone and they react in a negative manner, or not negative, like negative toxic, but just negatively, like maybe don't see we don't get the reaction that we want, right? Then I'll just say, okay. You know? Okay. Well, that's their choice, right? That's their perception. That's the way they want to see this view. So, okay. What else can you know, like, it's not like I'm going to change anybody's mind. And all I'm doing is upsetting myself. So I need an envelope to put, here, I'll use this. So I'm going to put all my ephemera for my cookbooks in here. Now these are all pages that I'm going to use, and I know I have a lot more this is just for my cookbooks. Just for the cookbooks. This was that book I think I showed you guys that I got. And I'm going to use, I got to clean these. But I'm going to put these, I'm going to sew them in the cookbooks. I don't know what that is on there, but it's sticky. I think. Maybe. And I think I'm going to save this right here. I don't know. I might use that. Put those in there. These are all like extras. I'm going to put all my extra paper in there, like to you know, to use for clusters or whatnot. These are some envelopes that I have, and I love these. I'm going to use these. Actually, I'll put those in here because those have to be decorated. I have some really old cutouts, really aged. So yeah, so I thought, well, you know, I think that's the key. Because I don't want to upset anybody, and I don't want to argue with anybody. It's kind of that thing, you guys, like, you know, when all hell broke loose and everybody had opinions about the state of the state of everything, actually. And, you know, it's like, people are going to have their opinions. And that's something we're not going to ever be able to change in people. But how we react is the key, right? How we react to people with those opinions. So, I know that it's just me dealing with difficult people or people that have their own opinions. I'm not going to argue with people. I remember, you know, I was married before. I would craft something. And I don't know why this bothered me. I mean, I can take constructive criticism, but it bothered me that this person would say, "Oh, that's really nice, but you should have done this or this or this." So I always felt like, well, okay, but that's not what I did, and and it is what it is. And can you just say, you know, either it's ugly, one, or it's nice, and leave it alone, and not make any, because I didn't come to you for any suggestions, or just, you know, say, oh, okay, that's nice. But I learned real quick not to bring anything that I made to that person for his opinion or feedback, because I knew I wasn't going to get feedback. I was going to get criticism. That's what I felt like. I don't think that was feedback, you know, what I was getting. Now, if feedback would have been if I was in the middle of the project and said, hey, what do you think I should do? Do you think I should, like, you know, put this flower here or put this flower there, or, you know, that's feedback. Take their, you know, advice, or listen to that feedback, and then go and do your own thing. Then make a decision, right? But when you're done with something, or you've already made a decision, and you want to give feedback, now it's just criticism. That's what I think. What do you think? I don't know. That's just what I think. These are really old, and I like these, and I want to put these in my journals too. These old vintage pictures. Because I have all these binders, I have tons of them. And then these, I'm going to keep 2 so that I can make some more signatures with those, because I really like the way that was. That worked out well. Excuse me. I have this book, you guys. It's a Rise On. I got it at a yard sale in northern Arizona. And the pages are small, but I know it's really old. Let's see. Copyright 1917. And it's a baking book. So I think I'm going to leave these full size, and then maybe use, I don't know how I'm going to do that. And then these can be some boards in the cookbook. So that's going to go there. And I have this old It's old 1973 Better Home and Garden. That I could use. Okay, so here I have some more. So I have these ideals. Well, let's see, what is that? This is a McCall's cookie collection, a vintage one. Oh, it came from Pick and Save, you guys, a long time ago. I'm just tearing these apart. This is a glued book. And see, that has cute little images on it. So yeah, so that was on my mind this morning. I'm curious what you think about that. So I thought I'd turn on the camera and have a conversation about that. But I did decide. So what's the end result? I'm just, I mean, what can, I'm just going to let that person have their opinion. Why argue with somebody who simply has an opinion about something, It's just, to me, so I am a licensed therapist, and I do group therapy, and, somebody said in group one day, he said, it's just not that serious. And he was talking about, like, responding to, people and getting angry because, in prison, some people have some anger issues. So, and I just thought that's brilliant. And the cool thing about that is everybody else did too in group. They're like, that, I'm going to use that. And I'm like, me too. It's just not that serious. It's just not. I used to say, to avoid conflict or anything like that, is like, I hope I'm in the camera. I don't even know. Well, I think I am, but anyway, so I used to say that if I knew that today was my last day on earth, would this situation be so important to continue this argument? And I'll tell you what, I never ever thought any argument was that important. Nothing. None. Zip. So. Well, I think my phone is ringing and I gotta take this call. But hold on. Okay, I'm back. I had to take that call. I got lots of things going on, and I don't want to miss that call. And I'm doing this on I'm doing this on my cell phone, on my phone, and my iPad is in the room, so it picks up the phone calls. Anyways, going back to negative people, and that one, he said it's just not that serious, my own client, and I just think that was brilliant. But I also want to add to that, because I was thinking, I was like, oftentimes we just want, we get so frustrated because we just want people to think a certain way, be a certain way, and it's just not our responsibility, plain and simple, and sometimes, that's just our own thing. So the other thing is, difficult people teach us. They teach us a lot in life. So, they're not here specifically to make us you know, to make us miserable. We're just here to teach. They come in our life to teach us what we need to be, you know, what we need to learn. You know, one of the things I say and I believe is we don't learn life lessons when things are going great. The only time we really learn is when we hit those adversities, and you know, and that's when we have to make decisions, and we have to sort of, you know, play it out however it's going to be. That's when we learn. So anyways, so I thought that's what I wanted to come on here and just chat with you guys for a minute, and then put all my papers in here. And yeah, I'm thinking about maybe doing some lives, but like I said in my last video, I was like, my family can be really loud, and I will let my daughter and her 2 children live here. And it's just probably, and I'm out in the living area space of the house, so probably not a good idea. But I don't know, you know, you never know. I might do that. I definitely am going to just bring you guys along when I'm doing stuff like this. And I'm not here to get the most likes or views or anything like that. I'm just here to share this part of my life, which is something I really enjoy. So I didn't know what my puppies are barking about, but anyways, yeah, so I think that's it. That's what I'm doing today. I'm trying to get that organized, and if I do any crafting in this book, I will turn on my camera. I hope you guys have a good day, all right? For anybody who's new, it would be really nice if you wanted to, and you feel compelled to go ahead and subscribe, and maybe hit that notification so that you would know if I upload a video. And yeah, all right, I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful day. Bye.